Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Ohio Patriot Education Network channel. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about free to play versus pay to win gaming, specifically in the game Walking Dead Survivors, which I started playing about roughly a month ago or so. Maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe more like 5 weeks now or so. But basically, it was like the very beginning of July and stuff like that. So it might be actually closer to 6 weeks now. I'm thinking about it, not five. But anyway, so basically, just like most, free to play, pay to win games, you can go one of two ways with it. You can basically, grind like a motherfucker and, not pay a dime and stuff like that and barely get ahead is what it is. Or you can, figure out a way to spend a bunch of money, do the old credit card swipes and stuff like that. And then you can get ahead real quick is what it is. Granted, that being said, the nice thing about this game is being part of a clan and stuff like that, you can tend to get ahead very quickly depending on how active your clan is and stuff like that. Now, granted, if you end up being a part of a non-active clan, which only has like 3 or 4 people in it and stuff like that, like you're not going to get ahead and you're going to have to switch out real quick is what it is. Because one thing I've noticed with, because I do this in different regions and stuff like that, is the region that I'm in currently has maybe like 4 to 6 clans that are actually really active. And then the rest of them have like a couple people in each of them that were just playing for, funsies and stuff like that. But the problem with that is that you're not going to get ahead. And even if you're just playing for the fun of it and stuff like that, you should still be playing to, sort of get something accomplished, is what it is. And yeah, right now we got the Teamwork Time quest and event here in place right now with all the quests and stuff like that. And that's another thing too, by the way, is that the issue with clans and stuff like that in this game is that people don't tend to listen when there's these kind of events going on because and it's kind of stupid honestly because you have the ability, depending on where your clan sits and stuff like that, to actually get ahead a lot, actually, when it comes to free stuff for everybody, like whether it be, resources and stuff like that, or different power ups and whatnot, construction time, speed ups or healing, whatever it is there, because there's a lot of different stuff they have in there, is what it is, and then training and what have you. And the thing is, like, when you're not, helping out the clan and stuff to get the head of that curve, all you're doing is basically being a selfish dick, is what it is. And it tends to be a lot of those people that are the pay to win types and stuff like that in these games because they're like, oh, I don't care. I'm just paying anyways, what it is. But the problem is with us, for us free to play people over here, it's a situation of like, yeah, dude, and we're the ones getting fucked over in the long run. But anyway, so basically, what we end up having is a um a game that you can basically, like I said, either pay to win or free to play is what it is. I've been free to playing it for, like I start since I basically started is what it is. Now, granted, the thing with microtransaction gaming in general is just like with this game or Hearthstone or anything else like that is it does incentivize you a lot. Now, granted, Hearthstone is not really, I wouldn't really consider Hearthstone to be more of a microtransaction anymore. It used to be back in the, like, 4 or 5 years ago when I was playing it initially or whatever. And now it's more one of these games where for that one, you're basically putting in like a decent amount of cash to get ahead on that one. Which, as far as I'm aware, I haven't played that game in a while, but when I was playing it, I know you can get ahead decently with just daily quests and stuff like that. So, anywho, going back though to Walking Dead Survivors game and similar microtransaction games to that, where when I say microtransactions, it very much is that phrase. It's like 99 cents here, $2 there, something like that is what it is. And the big thing there is before you know it, if you do go down that road and stuff, you're just like, oh shit, I just spent like $300 or something like that in like $1 and $2 transactions without even realizing it. And that's the big problem right there as well, is having that kind of a situation. And that's one thing why I will tend not to actually, buy in-game purchases and stuff like that. The issue I have with this game right now is though, and we're going to get into different aspects about this game as well. When it comes to like pros and cons and stuff like that, there's a lot of pros to this game. I think it's fun, obviously. It's very addictive. I'll tell you that right now because I've been very addicted to it for about the last month or so when I started playing it. I think I built because apparently what it is you have to get up to, I think it's level 8, where your 7-day shield automatically breaks, which I think is wrong. Like that. That's one thing I would change about the game. I would say go to level 10 for that 7-day shield because the thing is, I was able to get everything in my friggin' town up to like level 8 within like I think it was like a 36 to 38 hour time span and stuff like that, dude. Because I was just burning through resources and just going. You know, had a semi decent clan at the time, you know, producing stuff for me and stuff like that. So I was able to grab shit. And yeah, like it was a situation there where it was like a day and a half or so, and I was already ready to break the shield and stuff, dude. Which it doesn't take much to get to level 8, is what it is, dude. Is what I'm saying. And to me, it's kind of ridiculous for them not to leave that shield up for another couple of days because the reason to have a shield in place there is you don't want people stealing your resources that they see you as like a new player and you know it's like a mark or whatever, basically kind of thing. And they're just going to attack your town and you know destroy all your shit is what it is, and whatever's not raid proof at that time, they're just going to raid it and take it away is what it is. So, but anyway, that being said, going back to this teamwork time thing in here, the one thing that does bother me about it, and this is the second time that this has come up in the past couple of weeks now, because I think it was started last week is what it was, at least the first time I saw it anyway. So this is a con of the game that the game makers, so they have that their currency in the game is rubies, and it's like usually like 5 or 10 per quest and stuff like that in this thing. My issue is if you're gonna have a bunch of different quests, like gathering different supplies, whether it be vegetables or meat or whatever it is there, water, etc., or just like an all-around quest to grab anything is what it is, dude. Stop limiting it to a single fucking one, dude. And that's the thing, right? Like, it would be one thing if it was just like the missions for the thing or whatever that you would limit it to on that one. But then you have the opposite side of the field where it's clan missions that have similar stuff, and yet they're still limiting both sides of it, is what it is one thing. And it's like, that's bullshit, dude. Or it's like the same thing with the lone trader requests and stuff like that in here. Like, allow me to do one of each from each side is what it is, dude. From my clan mates, and then from your actual game is what it is from the commissions. It's a bunch of crap entirely. And I think the reason is that they're like, oh, well, people can double up on those and stuff. It's like, good, they should be able to. Like, that's the entire point, dude. Like, you shouldn't be limiting them to have to piss away a bunch of resources to do multiple fucking things. Like, for instance, gathering. You know, you'd have to have basically anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4, all 4 of your formations out gathering different resources to be able to proc them at certain times just to get stuff. And even then it's diminishing returns because of the fact that it takes 2 energy to go out every single time then. So if you keep doing that, you know, eventually you're going to run out of energy, and it's going to be a situation of, you know, how much did I actually gain from this, and how much time did this actually take to get all this stuff? And it's like, it's not really worth it when you could easily just have something where it's like, no, we're just going to allow people to do like multiple quests of the same kind at one time and stuff like that. Another thing that pisses me off actually more recently, which is they've done multiple updates here in the past like week and a half to 2 weeks or so. And it used to be that when it was the pre-update stuff, so this is like probably like late last month or so, you had single regions for these survival challenges, and that's how it should be. Especially when you only have top 20 getting any kind of prize, dude. Now, with the updates that they've done more recently, it's 4 fucking regions going up against each other for the actual prizes every single time, and nobody from a certain region is ever going to get shit, dude, is what it is. So it's either, if you're going to have more regions like that come in, dude, down the fucking prize pack all the way down to like top 100 for that matter for that shit, or go back to single regions and go to 25 anyway. Because that's the biggest problem I have right now with this whole thing, is it's like, you have people who are more or less just trying to screw over the free-to-play players is what it is, man. Because it's always going to be these pay-to-win people that come in there, or the people that have been in there for, you know, years or whatever, saving shit up is what it is, that are going to be able to outdo the people that have been in there for like a month like myself and stuff like that. And that's the biggest problem right now entirely, dude, is all it does is hurt the little guy in the long run. And it's kind of like life in that situation, you know, like it's basically, oh, you know, you're just walking along and one day, you know, some person walks up and kicks you right in the fucking face or something like that, dude. And then you turn around and it's like, you know, you're trying to get up or whatever. And then some dude comes by, kicks you in the ribs and steals your wallet. And then, you know, a city bus comes by and fucking flips up a bunch of water at you, and you're having a bad fucking day at that point, dude. That'll happen within the time span of about 10 minutes. But yeah, like that's kind of what it feels like, honestly, though, is some shit like that, dude. Because it's like, you're not, and like I said, with the quest thing for this teamwork time event, you can easily have some stuff like that where you'd have multiple things of the same thing, dude, or you should be able to anyway. And then even like how much it would take for, like, for instance, like, here you go, increase research power by 80,000. I was doing one of those earlier today, and it was like I think it was the 40,000 one. It took like 4 or 5 different, like, or no, I'm sorry, it was even more than that. It was like 5 or 6 actually, different quests of different various amounts and stuff like that within about a 4 hour window and a shitload of speed ups to actually get it done, dude. It's like, that's ridiculous, dude. Again, it's diminishing returns is what it is. And the same thing with like the Woodbury quests and stuff like that, dude. The Woodbury Army ones. It's like, no, let me do 1 or 2 of them as a quest instead of 4 as the minimum. Or the 8 walker kills, like that should be a 4 walker kill thing. Or even the buy something in Elite Shop 2 times, like that should be a single time, honestly, for that one. And so forth. And so I could keep going, honestly, on some of these, dude, because I'm just reading off quests on this game right now. Or this one, like, make 60 donations to your clan when you can only do 20 per time when it's all full, and then it takes fucking forever to do that. And that's why some people have burned those ones, whether it be that one or 101 or whatever it is, dude. Because unless you're putting a fuck ton of rubies into the actual thing to get it done immediately, then, dude, it's not going to get done in 8 hours, is what it is. And actually, I would say those specific ones, when it's that kind of thing or whatever, it should proc from 8 hours to like a day or something like that for them ones, for the longer ones, if you're going to do it that way. So, but anywho, yeah, like I said, though, there is some interesting stuff in it, and that's like a lot of the bad, obviously, but there is some good too. Obviously, it's, just playing like the duels and stuff like that, and doing things the right way, and figuring out what you can do and how much you can make and stuff like that. Which, again, it really is diminishing returns in a lot of cases, because you're talking about like almost every single one of the low quests is like 5 rubies when it should be like 10 or 15, honestly, and then so forth and so on, all the way up is what it is. So, yeah, it's it's very iffy, is the way I'm gonna say it right now, man. It's very, very iffy, because you're basically showing people that when it's all said and done, there's almost no way that they are gonna get ahead, versus you can actually do something that needs to be done properly and you can maybe get ahead. But that's the problem right there. It's going to take fucking forever to actually get ahead, is what it is. And that is exactly why I kind of hate microtransaction games in a nutshell, because of the fact they force your hand like that. And it's basically them being like, oh, well, you want to get ahead here? Okay, you can get ahead, but it's going to take you this, and this to do it, is what it is, dude. And oh, it's only going to take, $25 or something like that in small ass increments, dude. And again, that's the problem, like we mentioned before to begin with, which is, this is why I hate that kind of stuff, is what it is, dude. Because all it does is continuously fuck you over. Or actually, another thing that I really pisses me off right now, the, what do they call them, world events here, which is this little torch, little wrench torch thing, whatever it is. Yeah, it's a torch. So you have 8 different quests that pop up in that right now. 7 of them in my current quest line are fucking bazaars, dude. Which you have to pay $1 to unlock the fucking bazaar, I think, each time, actually, or at least for one time anywhere, for like maybe like a day or 2 or whatever it is. And that's, again, the thing, dude. Like, instead of having just the view there, it should have view on the one side, and it should have dismiss quest on the other side, and then you can proc through another quest, is what it is, dude. That's something I actually want to fucking play, that I can actually accomplish without having to pay money, is what it is. So, yeah, to the game makers of Walking Dead Survivors, I would say that is just a couple things y'all should be, working on right now. For sure. Get rid of the damn bazaar. Actually, I would say limit the bazaar quest to maybe like 3 on the map at any given time, because that way you're not having people be all pissed off and they have fucking 7 where they should have like 7 different quests they can actually do, whether it be, killing walkers or getting mystery quiz stuff or whatever it is there, dude. So, anyway. But yeah, needless to say, overall, I would say the issue I have with free to play pay to win gaming, pay to win is always bad, obviously, because it's like disingenuous the way I look at it, honestly, dude. You have people playing it fair, is the way I've always seen it, versus, this shit where it's, you basically have the pay to win people just come in there and they're like, nah, bro, I'm just gonna pay to get ahead kind of thing. And it's like, and meanwhile, I've been sitting here for like, 6 months just grinding or whatever. And it's like this person comes in here and in like 2 days or something like that is able to just buy their way into the game and be all good to roll and shit. That's what it is, dude. And to me, that's just wrong in general. And I don't care if it's, like I said, games like Hearthstone or games like Walking Dead Survivors here or whatever the case be. It doesn't really matter. But it's very, very irritating. And it's one of these situations where it's like, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way, dude. You could easily make it a much better overall experience for the everyman, not just try to like, be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna let our buddies get ahead kind of thing is what it is, dude. It's like fuck that shit, dude. Seriously. Um Sorry, I was trying to do calculations in my head real quick. Let's see, 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay, so if I burn all of my long range missions right now on this game, I can actually get to a new dude. And I think I have enough to where I could actually get um, the silver chest right now, which I could actually do that as a quest as well. Then I think I have room for it right now. I do. Okay. So let me make sure I have that in inventory here for the thing to grab. Yes, I do. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm already working on that kind of quest. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that I grabbed an iron one before this. Okay. We'll dismiss the iron guy. See, event. Silver chest. Okay. And that's another problem, too, by the way. If you actually dismiss a quest or ban a quest or whatever, they still fuck you over on that one for your daily stuff when it's up to like 30 or whatever. And that's another thing too, by the way, because there was times in the last time around with this event, I was able to get to like 30 real quick or whatever. And I had like 3 or 4 abandoned quests, so I was only getting like 26, maybe 25, depending if I did like 5. I had to abandon 5 things or whatever because I was going to finish them or whatever it was, dude. And it's like, that's bullshit, dude. Again, you should be able to extend that time out or whatever the case be. And I would say, honestly, you should be able to send it to upwards of a day at that point, especially if you already have something where you were able to, like, let's go ahead and say it like this. You have 8 hours per quest and stuff like that in these lines. If I can finish a quest in like 5 minutes or less, I should be able to put that other, 7 hours and 55 minutes towards another quest, is what it is, dude, if I wanted to, instead of that burning in 8 hours, is what it is. So, I don't know. It is what it is, but like I said, where am I at now? Okay, got my silver one. Go into. Oh, somebody just procced our 45,000 one. Let's really go from that. Let's see, 200 heal ups, 200 construction ups, 16,000 or 16, 10,000 fruit things, same water, 12 of those for wood and 8 of those for meat. Here's a problem I have again with that as well is the speed ups and stuff like that. There were very few times in this game so far that I've actually had to use my healing speed ups. There should be an exchange rate on any of those, dude, whether it be that or construction or whatever it is, dude. Like if you know you're not going to use that stuff or whatever, you should be able to do like a either 1-for-1 or 2-for-1 exchange or something like that. Because I'd be perfectly fine with that, dude. Like if I had to drop like 200 healing speed ups for like 100 construction speed ups or something like that, dude. Because the thing is, you want to do that, honestly, in a lot of cases, because there's a lot of times where you want to speed up your construction in this game to get to a higher level faster. And then maybe later on you want to buy into the shit or whatever it is, dude. But yeah, like the whole point of it is that it's like you should be able to do that if you need to do that. So, all right, where am I at now? Let's see here now. So it's silver challenge. Let's see, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 17, 19, 20. So yeah, I should be able to do that with all the long range ones. So let's see if I can get a decent one out of my long range radios here. Oh, just got a epic Zeke with 2 left to go here. Combat medals 30. And Epic Bob was the 10 of 10. Alright, so let's see. Another epic medal for 30. 100K development. Another 100K development. Another 100K development. And 30 epic combat medals. So that was very, on that, but at least I was able to get that survivor quest done here. Get my rewards for that. Proc my thing for 10 rubies. Got a moving on up quest that just finished there as well, apparently, on that. And then go back to teamwork time. Doesn't know at 21 to 30. Go back to events. Go back and grab survivor challenge iron chest. That's another thing too, by the way, is the claim one survivor or survival challenge golden chest. 80 rubies, 200 to added to your overall clan score and stuff for this. Problem with that is that it takes, in the current thing here, 6.5 million to actually get to that, dude. Like, it's so out of range, especially when you're talking about the difference between things here where it goes 400,000, 2.3 million, 6.5 million. Like, yeah, that's a lot of difference there, dude. And like I said, currently we got clans 409, which I'm, or not 409, regions 409, and then 410, 411, 412 after the last update here. Currently in first place for the first time in the last, I don't know, probably 6-7 days now, is someone from our actual region. They had to spend 102.2 million to get there, dude. Number 2 is somebody from region 411. Chick from region 409 that's currently in there. As third is 31 million. 411 is 29.8 million. Another 411, 412, 409, 412, 411, 412, 412, 411, 411, 410. Yeah, there's like barely any 409 people in this top 20, dude. And even then, it's basically, you look at who it is, and it's the people that have been here for either almost a year now, or are here almost a year and are paying to win, and have admitted to paying to win several times now. And that's the thing, man. Like, as a free-to-play person, when we had it be single regions getting this stuff, dude, I almost beat these people for first a couple times as a fucking free-to-play player, dude. I just, like, my autistic ass just figured it out, dude. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, this is how these do now, or whatever. And I was, like, looking up, like, the, like, quest line for, like, the next 12 hours or so in the survival quest and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, if I do this, 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 and this, and I see this, 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 and this for, like, a couple days or whatever, I can actually beat these people. And it took them so much stuff near the very end, like the last 10-15 minutes of the damn 4-hour challenges and stuff like that, dude, to actually get me out of that number 1 slot, because I was at number 1 for like over 3.5 hours on these 4-hour quests, dude. So, but yeah, looking back at the records from the previous one, let's see here. Let's see, number 1, region 410, number 2, 411, number 3, 410, number 4, 411, 412, 410, 411. Not until 8th down in that previous one was there someone from my region that was in there. And then numbers 9 and 10, 412 and 412, 11, 412, 12, 411, number 13, 412, 14, 411, 15 was someone from my region, and actually somebody from my clan that I'm in right now, who is a known pay to win. Let's see, 16, 412, 411, 409 at 18, 409 at 19, and somebody else from 410 at 20. So you're talking about roughly 3 people. I think I counted that right. Let me figure this out now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 people in the top 20 from my region, and that's a big given, dude. Like, that is not usual, honestly. It's like maybe 2 at most, but even still, it's like, yeah, like right now in this current thing at 2.3 million stuff spent in this, I am rank 145 in this, dude. That's fucking pathetic, people, because that previously, before they did this bullshit with 4 regions coming together for this shit, dude. That kind of stuff used to be like top 20 given guaranteed, almost. Maybe 21 if you're unlucky and you get knocked out by somebody who like fuck shit at the very end is what it is, dude. But that's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of crap, dude, all the way around. Like they really know how to fuck you over in this game now, dude. And like I said, these updates now are for the worse, honestly, dude. Straight up. So yeah, looks like my clan is almost at the final box right now for our Rescue Rick event. That's good. Get a bunch of clan points on that one and get my ass some good shit then, probably. I already did all my personals except for the 22s and 25. That's another thing, too, by the way. The level 22s and 25s are impossible right now when you're at training level 6 or lower. You're basically, if you're at 6, you can get, I think, to level 19 pretty easily. Even 5, I think, can get to that. But it's going to have to take like a full bar of people to get it done, though. But yeah, it's just not fun either way on that one. Let's see here. We got this is another thing too, by the way. Going back to the daily stuff, like the fight the walkers day here that they do for like I think it's like a 2-day thing usually. So you got player versus enemy 20 times, and I got 13 to 20 of those done right now. Defeat Woodbury Army 10 times, 6 of 10 right now. Kill player versus PvE enemies 10 times. Got that one I've done already. Defeated the 3 times for Woodbury Army thing. And then like this, kill level 16 walkers or above 20 times. Or in the same vein of things, it's like the like when you start getting higher and stuff like that, and they do like research days and shit. They put so much crap on the fucking research things. It's impossible to get them done, dude. It's like to get the highest one of them or whatever. It's like 150,000 research stuff or whatever the case be. And the problem is, they don't actually tell you what fucking research is actually worth, dude. Like what your actual research, what you're actually researching technology wise, stuff in that is actually worth. Like it would be one thing if they were like, okay, this right here that's going to take you 2.5 days to do, this is worth 100,000. You know, maybe put something on this right now, knowing this is going to come up in a couple days or whatever the case be. I would totally do that, by the way. Or I'd use a shitload of speed ups and stuff like that halfway through is what it is, dude. Or something similar. But when I don't know how much it's actually going to proc for, it's kind of impossible to fucking work on that shit, dude. And like I said, it's just irritating as fuck, honestly. So, and then there's some of the stuff like the gathering and stuff like that, honestly. I wish they would do more on that one, honestly, dude, because again, it's one of those situations where it's like, it should allow you to basically, if you have something like that where you can get something done in like less than a day, you should again be able to transfer the time over to the other one and just be able to like flip them basically for yourself is what it is, dude. And be like, yeah, I can get this done, but it's going to take me like another day or whatever, dude. Like, give me another day to do it, please. Kind of a thing. So, I don't know. It is what it is. But, like I said, it's a little bit frustrating, for sure. And then there's other stuff where it's like, okay, it is what it is, man. But, anyway, so I think that's pretty much it for today, for this video. I'll be back in the next couple of days with a bunch of Rumblequake stuff. I know I said I was going to upload a bunch of stuff this week and stuff like that because the federal swatting happened a couple of years ago now. Obviously, I was doing 3rd anniversary for that recently. I meant to get it up here a few days ago, and unfortunately, my sleep patterns have been off, mostly because of this game, but also because of just, you know, the heat and everything else like that. I don't know what it is, dude, with everything going on in this country right now. It's just like, you know, the oppressive heat, and it's like, it's either oppressive heat or it rains 1 or 2 days and it gets super fucking disgustingly muggy and you just feel like crap. And I've had to change shirts 3 and 4 times a day nowadays because of that. It's just fucking ridiculous, dude. But yeah, very not fun is what I'm going to say on that one, dude. And so basically what you end up with is a shit show where you're just trying to do stuff and it's like, it's too hot kind of a deal, you know? So anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. So, hope y'all enjoyed this episode of this. Obviously, I mean, it's not really an episode of anything. It's just like me doing another video here. I guess the episode of the OPN life, or OPN life, I should say. But yeah, I'm gonna do some constitutional stuff here in the next month or so. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to get down to Columbus for next month's committee hearings and stuff like that because I want to know who we are actually, and obviously testify for that parental rights bill and stuff like that. So, hoping to take a caravan of people down there, a caravan with some people down there, or something like that. Because it's just easier that way, is what it is, dude. And then have 3 or 4 people maybe, or maybe half a dozen or so in a van or something like that, getting down there and doing a bunch of testifying and stuff like that for, this is why we don't need communism and crap in our school system, dude, is what it is. And these teachers need to know how to fuck off, is what it is, dude, because honestly, it's the whole thing on itself, by the way. That being said, that's going to be a rumble quake that I'm going to go shoot right now, actually, because there's going to be a lot of things in that I cannot say on YouTube without getting a channel strike. And we're just going to leave it at that, dude. So anyway. Yeah, I'll see you guys back later with that particular video, and you will know that it's being shot at like 3 a.m. on the 16th of August. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this whole deal, and I'll see y'all on the next one.